Where's the recession? We've been promised a recession, but how likely is it? And are expectations changing? Find out on this edition of the Video Market Update. So earlier this week, Goldman Sachs changed their forecast for a likely recession from 20% down to 15%. So they believe there's a 15% chance of a recession this year. Now, while 60% of investment analysts still believe there's a recession, now remember, 100% of them predicted a recession at the beginning of the year. Now 60% are predicting a recession. But Goldman Sachs isn't the only one that is signaling they believe that there's less likelihood of a recession. This week, Bank of America came out and said, yeah, we also think that the likelihood of a recession is going down. What's interesting is that it feels like Wall Street and Main Street do not see eye to eye on this. So let's look at some of the numbers. So if you look at unemployment, the August unemployment numbers actually went up, and the number of jobs added were less than expected. Now, why did unemployment go up? In part because more people who were on the sideline are now looking for work, and that adds to the unemployment number. But still, historically, unemployment is quite low at about 3.8%. Look at this, look at inflation. What you're hearing is, oh, inflation's coming down, inflation's getting better. That's true based on the numbers of where we were, but inflation is still incredibly high. And ask anybody who's had to do any type of shopping or spend any type of money, you know that this inflation number is not the real number that we feel in the real economy. Another indicator for recession is energy. Look at gas prices. Gas prices are significantly higher than they were 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Now they're down from the pain of a year or 2 years ago, but still significantly higher. If you look at consumer confidence, which is incredibly important, right? Consumer confidence isn't really about hard data, it's just how does the consumer feel? You can see that although it's high over the last few years, there's starting to be some cracks in consumer confidence. In fact, a small majority, 52% of small business owners believe we are already in a recession. So again, you're seeing Wall Street saying, oh, it looks like this recession is probably less likely. And you see and feel the worry of Main Street, who's in it every single day. Now, there's a couple things at play. Number one, the vast majority, both right and left, do not have confidence that the current president can effectively deal with the economy. The second is that there is a tendency in the media, which a lot of us consume, that maybe on the other side of the current administration, they're almost wish-casting recession. They are driving a lot of fear about a recession. Is that true? Is that real? I don't know. But what I do know is that one of the governors of the Federal Reserve Board who sets and helps to set the policy of an increase in interest rates spoke this week, and he talked about what he sees as the softening of the economy. Listen here.
You're starting to see the economy slow down. We're seeing inflation coming down, and it's really been just a little over a year that we've done a lot of large hikes. So I think we're already seeing the impact.
So even he said there is a softening in the economy. Now, does that mean a recession? We're only a few months before the end of the year, so is a recession likely? By traditional numbers, it's probably not, because that's 2 quarters of negative growth. So it's probably not likely we have a recession this year. But we could very well be in a recession when it comes to people's confidence, their spending. If they stop spending, we will have a recession. So I just thought that was interesting that we can feel this real divide that's coming from Wall Street and Main Street around this potential recession. So if you have any questions on this or anything you're seeing in the news, let me know. If not, as always, I hope you make it a great week.